Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Wow, that's crazy. I'm just going to do that and you can hear me now. I'm going to look back. Look at that. How perfect was that? I was talking about the Google chat and Susan helped me. Let me just see, Susan. Can you type in if you can hear me now, anyone? Because I think maybe the settings were crazy. All right, I'll keep talking. So welcome to the show. If you didn't hear that whole spiel I just gave, that's crazy. I'm going to look in there. Judy, hold on a second. Looking forward to the show. I'm going to check it out one more time. Still can't hear anything. Okay, I'm going to keep talking. Welcome to the show. We're just going to keep going here. It's crazy. Live television, live internet. So here's the deal. Are you running around in your life feeling like, you know, you've got so much in your head, you've got so much going on that you don't know where to start? Do you ever feel like I don't know what to do with everything that's happening in my mind? You know, it's like it's going on autopilot and you can't. Yay, we can hear you. Thank you, Judy. Woo! Thank you so much. All right, so we're back. So what I was saying is that, you know, do you ever feel like that? Today we're going to talk all about stopping. It is one of the most important things on our spiritual path, is to be able to stop. We're going to talk more about that in a moment. And if you missed the audio craziness, I want to invite you to my Google community, which is called Max Ryan's Law of Attraction and Course in Miracles community, where it is kind of a resource for you, where there is now over 30 radio shows there. There are video shows there, and I'm uploading them little by little by little. I'm uploading them. So please ask to join. And I was saying before, when you couldn't hear me, is that, oh, wait a second. I need to, now that we can hear, I think that we need a little bit of a sound. Yay. Did it work? I don't even know. Okay, great. So, so in the Google community, what I'm really trying to do for all of you is I'm trying to give you a resource of everything that I do. Isn't that great? It's going to be one place. All of my radio shows, you can get videos and all that stuff. And what I was saying before is that I've decided that for that community, over the year, I'm going to do some special events that are just for you. So please join us. We have a lot of beautiful, amazing people in there already. So welcome. All right, as we do on this show, we always pick a card to see what spirit might have us want us to kind of ponder today, want to work on today. So I'm going to pull a card and we'll see what spirit has to say. Let's check this out. All right, here we go. This is a good one. Okay. You know, I work with the Law of Attraction and I work with the Course in Miracles. Other things too. A lot of Buddhist philosophy too, actually. But just check this out, because this is all about opening up your perception. Say yes if today you will open up to the fact that if someone has attracted what you want to attract, then you can too. I'm going to say it again. Say yes if today you will open up to the fact that if someone has attracted what you want to attract, then you can too. You know, a lot of people, we're looking for, you know, that great career. We're looking for that awesome relationship. We're looking for that incredible house. Now, everything is pure energy, and we're just working with the same energy. You're working with it. I'm working with it. Jane down the street is working with the same energy, if you know it or not. It's not like, you know, Madonna has a different energy, or Bill Gates has a different energy, or they're working with something else. No, we're all working with the same energy. And this energy is just always saying yes, yes, yes. So a lot of times we get discouraged on our path. We get discouraged like, oh, it's not happening. I can't believe it. I've been working so hard. Now, this is when, as A Course in Miracles would say, your ego comes in. It starts to beat you up. It says, oh, well, Madonna's different than me. Bill Gates is different than me. They went to the right schools. They have more chutzpah. They da 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 da. Some of that may be true, but the ego will use those things to make you go, oh, they can get it, but I can't. They can get the whatever it is that you want, but I can't. If they can get it, you can too. You can get anything that anybody has in this world that they've attracted into their life. You can have the same thing. You know, in the Course in Miracles, he'll say that there is no order of difficulty in miracles. So there is no order of difficulty to what you can attract into your life. A lot of people can say, you know, this is the perfect example, and you'll get if you have a car and you drive, you will know exactly what I'm talking about, is that you'll say to yourself, well, I can get the parking space. You say, this is what most people say, parking angels, parking angels, parking angels. And then they get a parking spot. You get what I'm saying? Does that work for you? But they don't say, perfect career, perfect career, perfect career. And then it comes. Because the ego will say, well, that's too big. That's too big. So I can't have that. Other people get that. People that are born into that lifestyle, or they have a lot of money or whatever. No, 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 no. They just see it the same way as they see getting a parking space. There's no order of difficulty in miracles. And a miracle is a shift in your perception, and a miracle is lining yourself up with an energy in the world so you manifest amazing, beautiful things, not from your ego, but from that place that wants to create, that wants to serve, that wants to love. So if you're feeling bad today about anything, about things not manifesting in your life, look around. If they can do it, you can too. And when that voice comes up that says, but they, you have to say this. I say it all the time. You have to say, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, little voice. That's my little voice, my little ego that's saying, but. You just say, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. And as you do that more and more, you're moving in this direction of manifesting and attracting exactly what you want. Now, I do want to say this really quickly, because I think that there is confusion about manifesting and attracting, because we get really, really caught up in the form that we want. Does that make sense? So we go, I want a career that's like this and like this and like this, and it's got to be like this. And so we give the parameters that it has to be like this. And when it's not showing up in those parameters, we say, oh, something's wrong. I'm a bad manifester. Something's wrong with me. No, that's not always true. What is true is that those parameters you put onto it, they could be small compared to what the universe wants to bring to you, what God wants to bring to you. Or, you know, God, the universe knows you, knows what's going to make you happy, what's going to make you peaceful, what's going to make you feel great. So it's going, wait a second, you're looking at this over here, you want this, but if you just go like this, over here, there's all this. And that's what's going to make you happy. So as you're working on manifesting and you're seeing what other people are attracting, you know what? It's what is good for them. That's good for them. And I bet you, I know so, that what they've created isn't exactly what they pictured in their mind, what they thought of. It's usually better, or it's different. And the one thing that it has in common is that it has the feeling. What does it have? It has the feeling. So they had a career in mind that would be, feel like they were helping a lot of people. The feeling of contribution, the feeling of freedom, the feeling of peace, the feeling of love. So the form might not be exactly what they thought, but they get the feeling. Does that make sense? So let go of the form a little bit. Go with the feeling. Go with the feeling. I want a career that makes me feel satisfied. I want a career that makes me feel like I'm contributing. I want to feel a career that makes me feel like abundant. Makes me feel abundant. So you go for those, and then you let go of the form a little bit. Okay, so that could be the reason too why you're not attracting what you want. There's many reasons, but so I'm going to say it again. Say yes if today you will open up to the fact that if anyone is attracted what you want in the world, then you can too. All right, great. I'm going to check back in that chat room and see if you've got some good messages to tell me how is this going. Yes. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you can hear me. All right. Okay, great. All right, today I want to talk about something that is really vitally important. It is vitally important on your spiritual path. When we're walking through the world and we're thinking about what we want to attract, the best life that we want and all of that stuff, sometimes it's hard to get to that. Because we've got these stories in our head. We have a story of how we're supposed to be. We have the story of how we want it to be. We have the story of how it was. We have the story of how we were. We have the story about how we want to have things on the outside change enough so that I can be happy. Okay? So many times we're living in the past, we're living in the future, and we're not living in the now. I believe that, as the Course in Miracles says, once you realize that your only mission here is to be peace and see peace, then you're not going to attract peace, and you're not going to understand what your real mission here is, what your real function here is. And your real function is to be the light of the world. Your real function is to be the light of the divine itself. But that is very hard when we've got these tapes playing, when we got these supposed to's and should have, and I wish I would have, and regrets and sacrifice and guilt and all of that stuff that's happening in our mind. Our mind is cause and the world is effect. So when we have those things happening in our mind, that's what we experience. That's what we create. So what we want to do is we want to be able to see, if you will accept this invitation, we want to be able to see that everything is actually good the way it is. I say this all the time. The Buddha said many things. I'm not Buddhist, but I've studied a lot of Buddhism. And there is great peace in Buddhism. And one of the things that Buddhism in general, it revolves around this idea that we're on the wheel of suffering. We're on the wheel of suffering. And the Buddha talks about suffering over and over and over. And one of his definitions of suffering is expecting the world or situations or yourself to be different than what they are. Expecting the world and situations and people and yourself, anything, to be different than the way they are. Because do you see how, if we've got a story about how our partner should be this way, I should be this way, life should be this way, anything should be different than what it is, you suffer. You suffer. And when you're suffering, you're in a negative vibration. And that is, down here, I always talk about this, the iceberg. So there's 10% of the iceberg on top, and then there's 90% under here. And under here, a lot of us are going, if I only had, if I didn't do this, if they would do this, if that would happen, blah, 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 blah. Does that make sense? You hear what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? That thing that's underneath all the time, that's always whispering to you, is keeping you suffering. It's keeping you suffering. So I invite you There's a woman that I read and I watch a lot. Her name is Gangaji. She's amazing. She's got one thing that she says through many ways. And she's like, stop the search. Just stop the search. Now, this is going to sound so contrary to doing the law of attraction work. It's crazy. But I need you to hear what I'm saying. If you don't do this work, you know what? The law of attraction will always work. It's always working no matter what. But your satisfaction in how you do manifest and how you do attract things into your life is going to be so much greater, I can't even tell you. Because you will be in a place of peace. You will be in a place of non-suffering. Many people are using the law of attraction to get away from their suffering. If I just had the car, I won't suffer. If I just had the relationship, I won't suffer. And I'm using the word suffering as an umbrella term for anything that doesn't feel good. I won't feel guilty. I won't feel sacrificed. I won't feel lonely. I won't feel overwhelmed. If I just get this, if I just get this. That is a trick of the ego. And so when you want to really be kind of a master manifester, what you're really wanting to manifest is peace. You want to manifest. You don't even need to manifest peace. As the Course in Miracles would say, you just need to remove the blocks to peace or love's presence. Once you do that, you feel great. And remember when I said the feelings were so important. So you want to remove those blocks to love's presence. And as you lose the blocks to peace's presence or love's presence, which is your story, which is all those things about how we want to control, once we remove that, we have peace. And when you're in the peaceful place, when you're in the vibration of love, oh my goodness, what you attract is beyond your wildest dreams. Beyond your wildest dreams. Because you're not trying to attract it to fill in this 90% of a vacuum down here. You're not trying to use things to fill that up. You already are full. And it's just all icing on the cake. You get it? I hope you do. See what I'm saying? I hope you can hear what I'm saying because it's really important. It's really important. And you know, as you look in my eyes right now, and I'm telling you this, you know, if you've tried doing manifestation work, if you've tried doing law of attraction work, is that ultimately you can get things, but something's missing. Wonder what that is. It's your peace of mind. It's your connection with yourself. And the way we do that is, as I was saying, Gangaji, she says one thing: stop. Stop. Just stop it. Stop the search. Stop trying to find it. Stop trying to attract it. Because when you think about it, if you're always trying to attract or trying to manifest something, your co-creative mind is making sure it stays far away from you because you're thinking it's somewhere else and I need to get it. No. You be love. You know, I say this all the time, and I think it's one of the most important things if you're going to work with law of attraction or really want to attract your best spiritual life, is you don't always attract what you want. You don't. But you always attract what you are. So how much love are you? How much peace are you? How much joy are you? First of all, it's all underneath there. It's all there. You just have the blocks to it, and you can't see it yet. You just start moving the blocks. And one of the ways is to stop. Stop them. Remember I said, tell that voice, thank you for sharing? That's one way to stop. You just stop. You just go, stop. That's craziness. You know, this morning I actually was running late. I had all these different things going on. And before this came on, you know, it's interesting that we had the technical problem because I'm sure that I manifested that because I was in a little bit of a state. And I was like, I'm going to go do a show about stopping, and I can't stop right now. And I stopped. And I just stopped. And I took a breath. And when you do that, you come back to yourself. You come back to the joy. You come back to that feeling of, it's all good. It's all good. So this week, I want you to start stopping more. Start to stop more. As you start to stop more, you will start to feel better. You will start to feel your vibration rise the more you stop. You can meditate. Meditate is fantastic. Meditation helps. As long as you're doing one pointed meditation that's not a guided imagery. Guided imagery or those kinds of guided meditations, that's not one pointed meditation. As long as you're just focusing on breath, breath, breath. That helps you to stop. When you are in a situation when you can feel yourself going cray-cray, insane, I know I do. I just did, before I came in here. I was like, wait, stop. Now I say stop it. And you can do that too. You just stop. And you don't need to stop for 20 minutes and meditate for 20 minutes. You need to stop for just a nanosecond. Because I know that when you have had those, you've had that experience before. When you have those experiences of stopping, you go, oh, I feel good. I feel good. And the law of attraction is happening in this moment, this moment, this moment. So if you're feeling good in this moment, listen, then you're going to attract more feeling good. You have to feel it now. You cannot have that thing. Well, you can do whatever you want to, but see how if you keep going, when I get there, I'm going to feel good. When I get the thing, I'm going to feel good. I'll feel love when I finally accept myself. There is no time but now. You have to stop that story. You have to stop that story. And when you stop that story, you're going to feel good now. And when you feel good now, everything starts to fall in place. And the love starts to rise, the peace starts to rise, and you feel fan-freaking-tastic in ways you might never know. And the more you do this, the more you sit within yourself, the more you walk into any situation with a different vibration. You walk in as one of those people that people go, whoa, that woman knows what she's doing. That guy is totally cool. That woman is, it's because they know themselves and they're sitting in their own. There's no reaching. There's no trying. There's only creating. We're creating. That's different from reaching or trying to get. We're creating from this moment. And so when we're there, when we've stopped our stories enough and we get really good at stopping the story, stopping that chatter of seeing it stop, seeing it stop, see it stop, see it stop, you will have a different vibration. It will emanate from your body. It will emanate from your energetic level, and everybody will perceive it. They will see it. They will feel it. They probably do already, because you already, since you're on this, watching this, you probably have it already. So you just have to do it a little more. And just remember, I'll leave you with this. One of my favorite quotes of all time is by Gertrude Stein. And Gertrude Stein is an incredible poet. But she said, I think, one of the greatest truths, spiritual truths of all time. She said, there is no there. I'll say that again. There is no there. You know, she wrote this later in her career when she was an older woman who had been through a lot of things. That is the gift of age, actually. That's the gift of the age as you live your life, and you're like, I've been searching, I've been looking, I've been trying. For what? I should have stopped the search when I was 20 and just lived my freaking life and been in joy and been in peace and been in love when I was 15. And then I could have saved these ensuing 40 years of searching. There's no search. Stop the search. It's all here, already. The more you know, the more you're going to attract. And you'll just feel freaking good. Okay? So this week, try to stop the search. I'm just going to look back into the chat room for a second. Stop the search. Love that. Yeah. Thank you, Penny. I love you, Penny. This is exactly what I need to do, Max. You need to stop. That's right. Susan, look what you attracted. You attracted me to tell you to stop. Just stop. You're so welcome. And you know what, Susan? It's not just you. I need to do it. We all need to do it. The more you stop, the more you feel good. The more you feel good, the more your life goes well. The more your life goes well, the more you attract more awesome things. So just stop. Stop the search. Because if you keep searching, whatever you're searching for is going to stay away from you. Okay? All right. Just a little programming note here. My radio show, The Magic of Life, that version of the show, it won't be the same topic, is on Friday at 11 o'clock through empowerradio.com. And please go to attractpositiveresults.com and please register for my 5 free Manifest with Matt's Law of Attraction videos, and you'll get all my stuff. And please come to the Max Ryan Law of Attraction and Course in Miracles community. I'd love to see you. Oh, I was going to tell you, next week, I'm trying to be very professional about this, as you can tell. Next week, I am, on the radio show, my topic is going to be when there's a will, there's a way. When there's a way, there's a will. When there's a will, there's a way. There's a little twist on that I'm going to share with you, which is a great topic too. So that will be on Friday at Empower Radio. And next week on this show, I'm going to be talking about the bubble. The bubble. And some of you know about the bubble, and I think the bubble is one of the most powerful things in the law of attraction besides love. So we're going to talk about the power of the bubble. All right. So let me just look in the chat room before we leave if there's anyone that wants to say anything. Okay. All right. Okay, great. Thank you so much, everyone. And as I say, I pray that love will guide you this week, and I will be back next Tuesday at 9 a.m. USA time. And remember, unthinkably good things can and do happen. I'll talk to you soon.